Imagine yourself out on the open ocean, the sky a swirling mass of gray clouds, icy waves crashing against the hull, and the wind howling so fiercely it drowns out your own thoughts. This is no ordinary day at the office. For American fishermen, this is just another day on the job, braving the elements in pursuit of a living. The sea is both their workplace and their greatest adversary, testing their strength and resolve with every passing storm. Now picture yourself gripping the thick, wet ropes, your hands numb from the cold as you haul up heavy traps from the ocean's depths. Each trap is a mystery. Will it be full of prized catch, or will it come up empty? The work is physically demanding, requiring not just muscle but also skill and experience. Every movement is calculated, every pull a test of endurance. This is the life of an American fisherman, a life defined by early mornings, long hours, and the relentless pursuit of the ocean's treasures. It's a job that demands teamwork, trust, and a deep respect for the unpredictable sea. The crew works together in a well-rehearsed dance, preparing gear, checking equipment, and always keeping an eye on the weather. But these fishermen aren't searching for gold or sparkling jewels. Their treasure is something far more perishable, yet just as valuable in its own way. The ocean's bounty is measured not in carats, but in pounds and ounces. They're after something tastier: lobster and king crab. These crustaceans are the true gems of the deep, coveted by chefs and food lovers around the world. Each catch is a potential windfall, a chance to bring home not just a paycheck but a sense of pride. These delicacies are more than just food. They're symbols of celebration, luxury, and the hard work that goes into bringing them from the ocean floor to your dinner plate. Whether served at a family gathering or a high-end restaurant, lobster and king crab represent the culmination of countless hours of labor and risk. The impact of this industry stretches far beyond the boats and the sea. It's a multi-billion-dollar enterprise supporting entire communities and putting food on the table for families across America. From the bustling docks where the catch is unloaded, to the markets and restaurants where it's sold, the journey of lobster and king crab is a vital part of the nation's economy. From the chilly, fog-shrouded waters of Maine to the rugged, icy coast of Alaska, these fishermen risk their lives every day. The conditions are harsh, the stakes are high, and the rewards are never guaranteed. Yet they press on, driven by a passion for the sea and the promise of a bountiful catch. It's a tough job, no doubt about it. The hours are long, the weather unforgiving, and the work physically exhausting. Fatigue sets in quickly, but there's little time to rest. Every moment counts when you're racing against the tides and the clock. But the rewards, both financial and adventurous, are what make this industry so captivating. A successful haul can mean a big payday, enough to support a family or invest in better equipment. There's also the thrill of the chase, the satisfaction of overcoming nature's challenges, and the camaraderie that comes from working side by side with your crew. Let's dive deeper into this watery world, where hard work and delicious rewards collide. Beneath the surface, traps are carefully placed, baited and checked with precision. It's a delicate balance. Take too much, and the resource could vanish. Take too little, and the effort may not pay off. The work begins before dawn, often stretching late into the night. Under the glow of deck lights, fishermen prepare for another round, their breath visible in the cold air. The rhythm of the sea dictates their schedule, and there's no such thing as a day off when the season is in full swing. Yet, for these fishermen, it's more than just a job. It's a calling, a way of life that shapes their identity and bonds them to the ocean. There's a sense of pride in their work, a deep connection to the water, and a respect for the creatures they harvest. Many crews are made up of families, with fathers teaching sons and daughters the skills they'll need to succeed. The knowledge passed down is invaluable: how to read the weather, where to set the traps, and how to stay safe when the sea turns angry. It's a tradition that spans generations, with old-timers sharing stories and techniques with the next wave of fishermen. The gear may have changed, but the spirit remains the same, a blend of innovation and respect for time-honored methods. In the end, it's a testament to human resilience, our enduring connection to the sea, and our unending appetite for delicious crustaceans. The next time you enjoy a plate of lobster or king crab, remember the journey it took to get there, and the men and women who risked it all to bring you a taste of the deep. The United States is a seafood superpower, with a coastline stretching thousands of miles and a rich tradition of fishing that dates back centuries. From the Atlantic to the Pacific, American waters teem with life, and the nation's fishing industry is a vital part of its economic and cultural fabric. Among the many treasures pulled from these waters, lobster and king crab stand out as two of the country's most prized and lucrative exports. These crustaceans are not just food, they're icons of American seafood, celebrated for their flavor, size, and the stories behind their harvest. The lobster and king crab industries together rake in billions of dollars every year. This wealth doesn't just stay in the hands of big companies, it trickles down to support thousands of families in coastal communities, from small towns in Maine to remote villages in Alaska. Every crate of lobster or king crab represents hours of hard work, teamwork, and a deep connection to the sea. From bustling harbors where boats jostle for space, to the humming activity of processing plants, the seafood industry is a lifeline for many local economies. Think of Maine, a state whose very identity is intertwined with the lobster trade. This small state is a true lobster powerhouse. Generations of Maine families have made their living on the water, passing down skills and traditions that make their lobster some of the most sought after in the world. Each year, Maine's fishermen haul in millions of pounds of lobster, carefully managing the resource to ensure it remains sustainable for future generations. The sight of traps stacked high on docks and the sound of boats heading out before dawn are daily reminders of the state's deep connection to the sea. Then there's Alaska, the king crab capital of America. Here, the pursuit of king crab is not just a job, it's an adventure and sometimes a battle against the elements. Alaskan crab fishermen are renowned for their courage and resilience. They brave freezing temperatures, towering waves, and unpredictable storms, all to bring in these gigantic spiny crabs that can weigh up to 20 pounds each. The risks are high, but so are the rewards, and the camaraderie among crews is legendary. The scale of America's seafood empire is staggering. From the teamwork on deck to the high-tech processing facilities that prepare crustaceans for markets around the world, it's a testament to the dedication, innovation, and hard work of everyone involved. The demand for American lobster and king crab is enormous. These delicacies are shipped fresh and frozen to fine restaurants, bustling seafood markets, and grocery stores across the globe, where they're prized for their sweet, succulent meat. People are willing to pay top dollar for a taste of these American treasures. Whether it's a luxurious lobster dinner in New York, a king crab feast in Tokyo, or a family celebration in Paris, these crustaceans are symbols of quality and indulgence. And it all starts with those brave fishermen who rise before the sun, don their rain gear, and set out into the unpredictable seas. Their skill, perseverance, and respect for the ocean are the foundation of America's crustacean empire, a legacy built on hard work, tradition, and a love for the bounty of the sea. Forget fancy gadgets and high-tech gear. Lobster and king crab fishing is about tradition, strength, and knowing the sea. Lobstermen use sturdy wooden or steel traps called pots. These pots are baited and dropped to the ocean floor where lobsters lurk. King crab fishing is a different beast altogether. Fishermen use large steel cages called crab pots, similar to lobster traps but much bigger. These are lowered to depths where king crabs dwell. Hauling those heavy pots, laden with crabs, requires muscle and stamina. It's back-breaking work, but these fishermen are a tough breed. They brave freezing temperatures, high seas, and sleep deprivation to bring in their catch. The ocean can be a cruel mistress. Fishermen face unpredictable weather, treacherous currents, and honestly, the sheer power of the sea itself. Storms can whip up in an instant, turning calm waters into raging infernos. One wrong step on a slippery deck can lead to disaster. Then there's the physical toll. Working long hours in cramped, wet conditions really takes its toll on the body. Injuries are common, but despite the risks, these fishermen persevere. They're driven by a love for the sea, a need to provide, and the thrill of the catch. The journey of lobster and crab from the depths of the ocean to your dinner plate is a fascinating and intricate process. It all begins before dawn, as American fishermen set out into chilly, unpredictable waters, braving the elements to haul up heavy lobster traps and king crab pots. Each trap is carefully pulled aboard, often after hours of waiting and watching, and the real work begins the moment the catch hits the deck. The ocean's bounty is only the start of a long, carefully orchestrated chain of events. Once the crustaceans are on board, teams of skilled workers immediately get to work. Lobsters and crabs must be sorted by size, weight, and overall quality. This is a meticulous process, requiring a sharp eye and steady hands, as each animal is examined to ensure it meets the high standards demanded by both regulators and consumers. Only those that meet strict government regulations regarding size, shell hardness, and health are kept for market. Fishermen use special gauges to measure each lobster and crab, ensuring that only mature, healthy specimens are selected. This careful selection process helps maintain the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. Any lobster or crab that falls short of these requirements is gently returned to the sea. This practice is not just a legal obligation, but a vital part of sustainable fishing. By releasing undersized or egg-bearing crustaceans, fishermen help ensure that future generations of these species will thrive, supporting both the environment and the industry. Time is of the essence at every step. Lobsters and crabs are highly perishable creatures. Their delicate bodies require constant care to remain alive and healthy. On board, they are immediately placed on ice or in specially designed holding tanks with circulating seawater, mimicking their natural habitat as closely as possible. The goal is to keep them alive and stress-free until they reach their final destination. From the moment they leave the ocean, every minute counts. The crustaceans are quickly transferred from the boats to larger holding tanks at processing facilities, where temperature and water quality are carefully monitored. For live shipments, lobsters are packed in moist seaweed or gel packs inside sturdy crates, while king crabs are often kept in chilled tanks. These precious cargoes are then loaded onto refrigerated trucks or flown by air to markets, restaurants, and stores across the country and around the world. The logistics are complex, involving tight schedules and constant monitoring to ensure the animals arrive alive and in peak condition. In some cases, especially with king crab, the catch is cooked and flash frozen right on the boat, just minutes after being pulled from the sea. This process locks in the crab's sweet, delicate flavor and preserves its texture, allowing people thousands of miles away to enjoy seafood that tastes as fresh as the day it was caught. From the moment these crustaceans are pulled from the ocean, a vast and well-coordinated network springs into action. Truck drivers, pilots, seafood processors, and chefs all play a role in ensuring that lobsters and king crabs reach your table in pristine condition. It's a testament to human ingenuity and respect for nature, a journey that brings the ocean's finest delicacies directly to you, fresher than you ever imagined.